So welcome guys, I've got myself a new loaner. We've got myself a new 2-week loaner. It is of course the GSX-R1000R. Now I've done a review from an hour's test ride on the non-R model. This is the all singing all dancing top of the line RR. So I've got this for 2 weeks. I'm going to be doing at least 2 or 3 different videos on this. We're going to look at the electronics, because this is the R. This has got the launch control, which the base model doesn't, I don't think. The better suspension. So we're going to give this thing a damn fine test out over the next 2 weeks, providing that behaves itself. So watch, enjoy the GSX-R1000R. Woohoo! Let's take it for a spin. So I must thank Suzuki UK for lending me this for a couple of weeks. It's pretty appreciated. I've been really looking forward to getting this because, as I say, I was really impressed with the standard R model. This is the RR. This has got the extras which the stocker seemed to be missing. So this has got mainly the quick shifter and the blipper. So this has got a quick shifter blipper. So this brings it sort of in line with the features that, you know, a lot of the other top of the line bikes like the Blade, SP and all that lot have. Ooh, look at that dash. Ooh. So we've got a nice LCD. The R model has it in black with sort of green, I suppose you call that green, sort of lettering. The non-R just has that in like normal clear LCD colour. So that's a little extra you get. I think this model is £3,000 more than the stocker. So the stocker is like 13 grand. The stock GSX-R is really good value. This one has the balance-free forks, the Showa balance-free forks, which the stocker does. And these are the same forks which have been on the new ZX-10 for a few years now. So your extra £3,000 is getting you better suspension, the blipper and the quick shifter. There's no difference to the engine. The engine is exactly the same between this and the stock version, but it's just that extra suspension really, and that quick shifter. That's the traction control kicking in there. Traction level 5 at the moment. It goes up to I think there's 10 levels of traction control, so that's mid traction control. That could have been to control the anti-wheelie, because I hate this when they do this. The traction control also works the anti-wheelie. It's all part of the same system, so you cannot turn off the anti-wheelie and keep the traction control. It's all combined into one system, which is annoying. I like to be able to turn my anti-wheelie off independently of my traction control. There's quite a bit of lever movement when you pull the front brake. It does close in quite a way on your fingers. Look at the traffic. Shite! Mid-range is really strong on it. Really strong. Yeah, I don't like that lever. Whoa! You've got to really pull it in for the brakes to kick in. No likey that. Maybe some braided lines or something, just to get that to bite a bit earlier. The power's there when you're on it, without question. The pickup is lovely. Hello, birdie. It's got the IMU, so it's got the, you know, the traction, the cornering ABS. cornering traction, how much road do you want? It's got all that good stuff. Between your legs, it feels a nice size actually. That tank feels like a good size. Wider than your RSV4 of course. But I don't mind that, it gives you something to grip onto. You could do with some tank pads on it, it's a bit slippy, but full LED lighting, LED headlight, LED indicators. The other thing which I'm not sure why they've done it, but they've put the indicators down on the fairing. GSX-Rs have always had the indicators in the mirrors. Well, you know, since sort of the noughties anyway, which I think looks great. Don't mess up the lines of the fairing with indicators, put them in the mirrors. But they've gone back to indicators in the fairing, which I'm not a fan of. Those forks are lovely when you're being compressed. It's too busy to go banzai, unfortunately. It's just too busy. No banzai today. Wow, she's quick. Oof. It's a scary bike, to be honest. It's scary fast. That's the thing. Scary. It's scary. Those forks are really nice. The forkies are tasty. I think you can notice a difference. I think this is much better. Even a lot of people I've seen have said, "Oh, you can't really tell the difference on the road, on the suspension between the stock one and the R version. You know, you need to go to the track to really better notice it." But I can tell you, this is really smooth. It absolutely glides over the bumps. Ooh. Oh man, that sounds good. It's lovely. It's nice. It's very nice. Ah. The gearbox is really precise. That neutral's just like bang, there's neutral. Suzuki gearboxes are always great. This has got a cassette style gearbox as well, so you can slide the whole lot in and out for racing. So if you want to use this as a race machine, you can adjust your gearing really easily. And I love that, because if you ever get any problems in the future, you know, say you're dropping out of third gear or you've got a problem with your gearbox, you could just slide the whole lot out, pick up another one off eBay for 300 or 400 quid and bang it in, or send it off to be repaired. You haven't got to go in from the bottom of the bike to get your gearbox out, which I really like it. My Fireblade is exactly the same on that year of Fireblade. It's a real race orientated setup. I like it. Quick and easy to work on. That's what it's all about. That's angry. He sounds angry. Yeah, she's a beaut. She's a beauty. So £16,000. One of these will set you back nigh on. It's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I think if you want the GSX-R, it must be quite a tough choice to go with the £13,000 non-R version, or spend another £3,000 for the double R version. The suspension is lovely, but you know, there's nothing really wrong with the suspension on the stocker, to be honest. You know, if you want to go racing, if you're serious about your track days, money no object, then I think this will definitely be worth the extra. The quick shifter is great. I think it needs maybe just give you the blipper on the R, but keep the quick shifter on the stocker, because I think it's a must these days to have a quick shifter. And I think next year, 2018, the quick shifter is going to be an option on the stock version, so that That could be a good way around it. The suspension is nice, but I'm just not sure it's worth the extra money. At this stage, I may change my mind. Spend it on the front brakes instead. It's lovely, it just falls into the bends. It just wants to lay over. Oh, it sounds good. You've also got good stuff like a proper fuel gauge. Miles per gallon bar that goes up and down, shows what miles per gallon you're doing. Even a battery voltage. You know, there's some good information there for a sports bike. I don't see why all bikes cannot have a fuel gauge these days. It's inexcusable not to have a fuel gauge now on your bike. The RSV4, the £20,000, does not have a fuel gauge. It's crazy. Okay, 4th gear. Let's test the mid-range. 5,000 revs. The power comes in again quite hard at 9,000. That must be where the VVT sort of kicks in, maybe. It doesn't change direction that quickly. You have to really give it some steering input to make it change direction quickly, compared to like the RSV4 or even the Fireblade. Whoop, someone's had a whoopsie. Another thing I've noticed is there's a few little vibrations through the handlebars and a few little vibrations through the foot pegs. It's not too severe. I noticed it when I first got on it and then I've sort of forgotten about it, but I've just noticed it again now. It's a bit vibey on the bars. Let's put the traction down. If you put the traction right, this is what I found on the other. If you put the traction right up, what is that about? Why is it doing that? Listen. There is no wheel slip going on anywhere. It's not slipping its wheel. So why is the traction control limiting it? I don't quite understand that. Let's go down to traction level 1. Oh, that's traction control off. That's traction control off. I don't want to go there. It's good you can do it on the fly though. You can just bang, turn it off. That's quite cool. I wonder if that also adjusts the anti-wheelie. If you turn that down to 1, it allows more anti-wheelie. I don't know. I have to have a play with that to see if that traction level also affects how big a wheelies it will let you pull before it intervenes. I'll get back to you on that one. First impressions. It's nice. It's really nice. It's a 1000cc sports bike. It does what it's meant to do. And it looks like it does it very well indeed. I'm looking forward to the next 2 weeks. It wouldn't be right to come out for a ride and not give it full beans. Second gear. Whoa! Whoa! I've shit my pants. Jesus Christ! That anti-wheelie is effective by what level of traction you have it in. Fresh underwear please. I don't know if I shut that down or whether the bike shut it down. Ooh man. Quick shifter. That's a good system. Very good. Very good quick shifter. Very good blipper. It just gives you something extra. I love a quick shifter. I absolutely love a blipper. It just, if you've got a sports bike, or even not a sports bike, any bike, it's enhanced by a blipper and a quick shifter. Love it! Just be having him. So once you're on the brakes, they're absolutely fine. I know I keep going on about that front brake, but it just seems to move a centimetre without doing anything at all. which is just horrible. Let's have a little hang offer. Yeah, it's nice. It feels nice in the twisties. The GoPro's gone! Bullshit! That must have come off in that wheelie. Bums. Shit sticks. That is annoying. That's my Hero 4 gone. Hero 4 black. Gone for a Burton somewhere. I've seen the camera. It's down here. I'm sick of cameras falling off. I'm in a real vulnerable spot here as well. Right in the middle of the chuffing road, no pavements. Sorry, cheers, do not kill me. Do not kill. It's still recording. It's still recording. Don't kill me. Well, that'll do then, guys. I'm going home now. See you later on. Bye bye.